Welcome back. All right, so we're going to talk about tomorrow's games because we have some early ones on the way. Hockey weekend in America and all that, right? Starting with a noon Eastern, 9 o'clock in the morning start for me in the Pacific time zone. 6-13-3 Buffalo in against the 14-6-4 New York Islanders. The Islanders are now 5-0 against Buffalo. Yeah, so this will have my undivided attention. Means it'll probably have a board of its own. And I'm going to apologize now because I don't have any faith left in Buffalo turning this around at all. Hall, 2 goals and 11 assists. He did get his second goal. Eichel still stuck at 2 goals, 15 assists, 17 points. They both hope for more. Barzal, 9 goals, 13 assists for him. Goal of the year material today for sure. Andersley, 11 goals, 6 assists. He's been great for them. We'll see if the Islanders can get to 6-0 against Buffalo. And if we see a change behind the bench, if they do. 2:30 Eastern, 11:30 in the morning Pacific. The Tampa Bay Lightning in against the Chicago Blackhawks. Tampa Bay's won 3-4 against Chicago. Of course, Chicago won the last game in a shootout, but still, victory. 16-4-2 is the record for Tampa Bay. 13-7-5 is the record for Chicago, who have shown through 2 games they can hang with the Tampa Bay Lightning. Palat, 9 goals, 9 assists for Tampa. Hedman, 4 goals, 18 assists. He's been fantastic. DeBrincat continues to be quite the story with 14 goals, 14 assists. Yeah, he's been fantastic. And Patrick Kane, 11 goals, 26 assists and 30s. 26 assists for Kane. They've only played 25 games. It's insane. 37 points. Kane might be having his best year ever. And it's a shortened season, and he could still put up almost 100 points. Then a couple of, 2.5 hours after that at 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 o'clock Pacific, we will have the Florida Panthers in against Carolina. These guys, Carolina's won 2 out of 3 against Florida. This should be a great matchup. Florida 15-4-4, Carolina 16-6-1. If Florida wins and Tampa Bay loses tomorrow, Florida can be the top team in the division. Crazy, right? For Florida, Barkov, a huge part of the reason. 8 goals, 18 assists for him. Vetrano, 8 goals, 3 assists. He's really heated up lately. And, of course, Achari had a hat trick today. Will he get another hat trick tomorrow? Carolina will be countering with Trocheck, who was a Florida Panther not too long ago. 12 goals, 9 assists for Vinny Trocheck. And Nachas has quietly put together a very good season. 4 goals, 13 assists so far. Yeah, Nachas has just been really good. Then also at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, the Boston Bruins will be playing against the New Jersey Devils. I assume Carlo's not in the lineup for Boston. We'll see how their blue line handles having him, Lauzon, Miller, all these guys out. New Jersey 7-11-2, Boston 13-5-3. New Jersey gives them trouble. They are actually 2-1 against the Boston Bruins so far this season. Zacha, 6 goals, 9 assists. He did get on the board today, so with an assist, he has still, kept that streak going. Bratt, 1 goal, 7 assists. He was prominent today in a loss. We'll see whether or not he can get it going tomorrow. Marchand, 12 goals, 15 assists. I thought he did a lot in that last game against Washington to help Boston secure the victory. And Pastrnak, 10 goals, 10 assists. They are 2/3 of a fantastic line for the Boston Bruins. Next on the board, starting at 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, the Philadelphia Flyers at home against the Washington Capitals. So Washington, of course, for their next 7 games, they'll be without Tom Wilson. Again, I'll talk about that tomorrow. 13-6-4, Washington's been a long day. I'll talk about that tomorrow. And for Philadelphia, they're 12-6-3. So these two, their records are very, very close. And this is the second of 8 meetings. Philadelphia won the first one. So this could be key. Because remember, one team that's got a pretty good record is going to end up out in that division. And how this series goes between these teams could knock potentially the other one out of a playoff spot, right? TJ Oshie, 5 goals, 10 assists. Playing well recently. Wouldn't be surprised to see a goal from him tomorrow. And Jacob Vrana, 8 goals, 7 assists, 15 points. At a time where it looks like Ovechkin's goal scoring is going to take a bit of a drop this year over the shortened season. Vrana's stepping up. Kevin Hayes, 8 goals, 9 assists, continues to prove that contract's worth every single penny for the Philadelphia Flyers and their fans. And Claude Giroux, 3 goals, 14 assists, 17 points. Lots of assists for Giroux. And of course, there's always a lot expected out of him. So if they're going to win this game, they're probably going to need a big game from Giroux, probably out of Voracek as well. and probably a big goal from Hayes. I really will be interested to see how that one turns out. And then it's 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. So nicely staggered games tomorrow. So we've got 8, but they're staggered to go through the whole day. The 10, 9, and 3 New York Rangers coming off back-to-back wins against the Devils. Now they have to build on that momentum, right? They're against the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are 13, 9, and 1. If they can win this in regulation, they can make things a lot more difficult for Pittsburgh, who are already looking at teams above them, and there's probably some nerves and in that organization about how are we going to catch these teams. So Pittsburgh's won 3 out of 4 with the Rangers. Again, the Rangers need to win this game tomorrow to really get back into it. Chris Kreider, 13 goals, 3 assists for him. Adam Fox has been great. 2 goals, 12 assists, 14 points so far for Fox. On the Pittsburgh side, Malkin is heating up. 5 goals and 11 assists. He had a goal today. Brian Rust, 8 goals, 10 assists. Probably my favorite Penguin right now, to the surprise of no one that I would say that. And he's a hard worker, and he's been underrated throughout most of his career. And then at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, the soon-to-be overworked Dallas Stars. And this is how that works when you have so many games delayed. They're playing against the Nashville Predators. Nashville, 10 and 14, very disappointing, looking to turn that around. Dallas, 7, 8, and 4. They've been very disappointing, looking to turn that around. Maybe the game against Columbus is a start. We'll find out. Dallas won both meetings with Nashville. They were at the start of the season. That was a whole other decade ago. It feels that way anyways. Forsberg, 10 goals, 14 assists. He's been putting up a ton of points. Ekholm, 4 goals, 5 assists. He's been red hot as well. So while Nashville has a lot of concerns, those two guys are not part of it at all. Rope Hintz, 5 goals, 7 assists for 12 points. Hasn't played every game. He's looked very good when he's been in. And Klingberg, because Heiskanen is this magnet for all the attention and all the energy, Klingberg kind of gets overlooked at times. At least that seems to be the case. So, yeah, we'll see if his 3 goals, 12 assists start to garner some more attention. And then at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. So the only game involving Canadian teams is Ottawa against Calgary. Calgary coming off of a tough loss tonight against Edmonton. Now they got to play against Ottawa, a team that's beaten them 2 out of 4 tries. So this is a series that's been closer than Calgary would want, because it's affecting their ability to make the playoffs. Ottawa 8, 17, and 1. Calgary 11, 12, and 2. And Colin White, 6 goals, 5 assists. He's been playing very well lately. Shabbat has been great. 3 goals, 13 assists, 16 points. And honestly, one of the most unheralded young defensemen in the league, in part because he plays in Ottawa. On the Calgary side, Gaudreau did get his 10th goal tonight. He's now got 10 goals, 12 assists. Is he going to get on a hot streak? Lindholm had a couple of helpers tonight. He's now at 6 goals and 16 assists for 22 points. Is he about to be on a hot streak as well? So there you go. Let me know your winners in the comment section below, as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And hey, thank you guys so much for watching. Now I got to put together the power rankings and have that up so I can turn in for the night and get up for this one early tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.